Honor. I'm your moderator and narrator, Uriel Never Right. Going into Aries. Yes, we watch the stars. It's important, you know? That's how we can navigate the land in the evening, in the night, by watching the stars. In the moon cycles. And it rained today. So we saw Shannon has crossed over Wise River. High's heart love. All my friends and family. We're elevated. Welcome, YouTube. Peace, everyone. So that brings us to the now. It's a new moon. Time to release. Cleaned up everything. It's time to release. So this was today. When the sun shines after the rain, I cherish the glimmer. Peace, highs, heart, love. Welcome, Mystic Breeze. We just about to start. Thank you for the likes. Highs, heart, love, poet. Much love. Day 26. This is today, one of them. When the sun shines after the rain, I cherish the glimmer of light reflecting off the water. Life cycle has a divine order. The truth is, the sky doesn't stop. The divine order is detailed in physics. The lightest energy rises to the top. Density levels just like the planets. There is a divine order. Earth, stop. The most dense planet in the solar system, where spirits come as a redemption plot. The lowest level, then Mercury, then Venus, then Mars, then Neptune, then Jupiter, then Uranus, and then Saturn. Saturn is the lightest, full stop. In LA, it doesn't rain that much. When it rains, you at least know it's going to stop. Poem. What's up, y'all? Peace, size, heart, love. Welcome, YouTube. Much love. Thank you. Oh, man. Peace. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the 30 for 30 Poetry Reading Day 26. And we did it. Yeah, we was just talking about that, right? That's how you navigate the lands. Now, ancient world, we navigate the lands by knowing the stars and how, as well as the planets. And so what I was just writing there in that last part was about the density levels of the planets in our solar system. And so that's why Earth is the most dense planet. So that's why I was like, there is a divine order. Earth, stop. The most dense planet in the solar system, where spirits come as a redemption plot. The lowest level, then Mercury, Venus, Mars, Neptune, Jupiter, Uranus, then Saturn is the lightest, full stop. In LA, it doesn't rain that much. When it rains, you at least know it's going to stop. That's it. What's up, y'all? Peace, highest heart, love. Yes, tracking of the stars is one of my things. been doing for a long time. That's why I'm saying this full new moon right now. It's going through. It's finishing going through Pisces, and it's going right into Aries. So we'll see that for the next couple of days, and it rained today. So that was great, great. And we know Pisces is one of the water signs. So, it all starts to add up. We want to do one more from the now? Because I've been writing on the back of some pages. I'll find like an empty page and peace, everyone. How's it going, YouTube land? Peace. Highest heart love, God. Peace. Highest heart love. Thank you so much. Man, this is sacred art, right? You know that as being an artist, right, Ellie? Peace, peace. Yeah. Sidereally is the most accurate. That's right. That's right. You know, Mystic Freeze, those are some of the eldest arts of our people is tracking the planets and the stars. And that's where we get frequencies from in the planets and how they vibrate, because the density levels also is going to determine how fast the planet moves, right? And they're all revolving around the sun. So the oscillations of the planets give off a frequency. It's very important to know, you know. Hi, thank you, Mystic Freeze. I love my lines. Thank you so much. Okay, so we'll do one more from the land. It's actually raining right now too. So beautiful. Yeah. I just wrote like a whole. Okay, here we go. I love you, and there has never been a condition. I love you, and there has never been a condition. I loved you before you knew me. That's divine intuition. The ability to feel into the empathetic energy within. How I know it's there to use? The Most High instilled that energy seed inside of me, arm, leg, arm, head, an internal fuse. Whatever you love becomes a part of you. All my love I choose to use. As long as I'm alive, I'm divine nature, always wins, so I never lose. Divine love is the highest heart love, which is the ultimate muse. I heal myself first, and others I help to heal is what I choose. Unconditional love and spirit energy harmonize perfectly, afflatus, infuse. I love through it all. That's why all my art is my life's news. Poem. Poem. That last one, do you want? Oh man, in the Vedic system, yeah. Oh, Mystic Breeze. Gosh, you're so angelic. Your energy is so dreamy. Thank you, and thank you for keeping the chat clean as well. I also wrote this one too. I'll save that one. Thank you for being here, y'all. I was doing some yoga today and sitting there, and I'm in stretching asanas, just breathing to it and getting deeper and deeper. And I was like, this is something that I taught my daughter. And I can't wait to teach more children, because when you give them tools like meditation and yoga early on in their life, there's a word for children that are like that, and they could say they're well adjusted. Well, well adjusted also equals grounded. And so when we're grounded in our truth, in our knowing, in our bodies, we feel free to express ourselves as well as to receive energies and transmute them, right? And that's what that one poem I was reading the other day. It's about, harmonization. When we can harmonize with our environment, we literally start to create a world of peace that starts to transmit to other energy bodies. And we know this as resonance, the principle of healing sound, resonance. You have sympathetic resonance, right? And then you have forced resonance. And this is how people in high places control the masses using forced resonance. Another word that goes along with forced resonance and resonance, period, of any kind is entrainment. And so you can use it to heal or you can use it to disrupt. So with frequencies, the one thing that can be done is you can cancel out another frequency, which is a major key in harmonization. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Here we go. It's publishing time. The published, the published, the published. Let's go with it's 26, which in numerology is 8, right? So let's do this. A spoken word track. Attune ourselves. Yes, that's right. And so that's why, like, we know about cymatics, right? In the cymatics, we learn about vibrations literally creating geometric forms and shapes. Can you imagine this is happening in our blood? This is a part of crystallization. Oh, that's pine cone talk. Oh, yes, Mystic Breeze. That's pine cone talk. Yes. Oh, I love it. Here we go. Here we go. Live from the light. The strong overcome, or I'm willing to change, or Your heart is everything. I gave you three choices. We're going to play only one. Okay. I'm willing to change. Or no, we're not doing real world perspective. No. Okay. I'm willing to change. No. No. I'm willing to change. Here we go. That's beautiful. Shukran. Thank you. Danke. Merci. I'm willing to change. Ron Riley here. This is a big track. Especially for family. I don't know that's ever been done before. To be the best me. Kendrick's voice over top of my voice. To become the best for you, I'm willing to change. I'm willing to change because change is constant. Because I live and learn. Because change is what makes the world turn. I change my focus when I change my concern. Now that I'm a success, keep love close is what I've learned. And for this, I'm willing to change. I'm willing to change. Willpower is my self-control. I perfect me the longer I live. A harmonic tone is what I give. I'm willing to change. Survival is willing to live. It's willing to adapt to my environment. I live free. I'm my own government. Nirvana becomes my attainment. I imagine love, beauty, paradise. Love, beauty, paradise. God's clutch is my vice. Balance, steady, unconditional love ready. This is compared to none. It trumps any, and it's change. It's change. It's happiness. It expands. It expands through life's range. I need it. I embrace it. I'm willing to change. So I'm willing to change. That's right. I'm willing to know that. We're a Raleigh grown man. I'm willing to listen. I'm looking for peace just like you. I want to feel bliss always when I'm with you. If it's not working, I'm willing to change. For love, I'm willing to change. I know that I can. The mistakes I've made, I understand. I'm a man, but I've learned from them and change. I will change. I will, and I can. I will always be a friend. I am the person you can depend. I'm willing to change, but not with my pen. I'm willing to change, but not with my pen. I will continue to write us in. I will write with no end. I love you. Love always is love. It just changes the passion level, but its capacity always defeats evil. When you give your all, the change is rest. When you give your all, the change is rest. Your heart is everything. Love with your chest. I'm willing to give my best. Let's be happy. Be a family. Be great at what I want to be a better me. Uriel Riley to help you love me. I'm willing to change. Thank you. Woo, baby. I'm willing to change. Oh my goodness. When I wrote that poem, and you know what? I wrote that in orange. It was around 2011. I wrote that poem, and I remember us putting it down when we were creating the album. I'm willing to change was the third or third to last or fourth to last song on the Love Over Hate album. That's a fact. Thank you so much, Mystic Freeze. Thank you. You love it. Oh, yeah. It's something. I mean, to put two male voices on top of each other. I thought it was a genius idea when I first heard it because I'm like uh, you're thinking I'm just coming in and reading poetry, and then you hear this on the back. I'm willing to listen. I'm looking for peace, just like you. I want to feel bliss always when I'm with you. If it's not working, I'm willing to change. For love, I'm willing to change. I know that I can. The mistakes I've made, I understand. I'm a man, but I've learned from them and changed. Like, so for him to be, we had to go. I went in the booth first and laid it down, and then I gave the poem to him because it's only one poem, and then he went in and did it, and then he did what he does, his greatness on the soundboard and everything, and put it together, and I was like, wow, two male voices saying I'm willing to change over top of a track. That's deep. Like, you know what I mean? And not on anything sexual, or it was just because I'm writing it to my daughter and to my lady at the time. It was me learning about sacrifice within myself. And when you take accountability, this is a part of being in your mastery. You're taking accountability. You're like, is that the ego saying I don't want to change? Is that the ego saying, no, I have to do this way, and this is my way, and my way is the only way? Oh, and see, when your super ego comes in, which is your highest self, and it says, you can change. You just have to be willing to change. So that's where that poem came from. Highest, right, Mystic Freeze. See, man, that's so real. It's so real because we have the ability to do so many perfect things, and it's literally, if we get to the point in our lives of saying, I'm willing to change, I want to make a difference, I can do better. You know what? Even though I did this way, I can do this maybe this way, and go from another angle, because when you start to see stuff from the other angle, it's like, oh, huh, I missed a spot right there. I'm always going to refer to cleaning because, cleansiness is next to godliness. You know, that's how we stand in our proper energy, is with a clean environment. You can see things clear when you have a clean environment. You can't see things clear when it's all muddied up, right? From my last experience, that even mistakes are beautiful. I was just talking about that, Mystic Breeze. That's so real. Say that. You know what I was thinking, Mystic Breeze, too? You know, you and mainly you, but some of my other mods, that's right, the allowance of flow. Because then when you're open to receive, you can get the light, right? If we're closed off, we can't get the light. So I was thinking maybe if you want to do this, we can coordinate one day and on this 30 for 30, and you can come in and read a poem with me if you would like. Only if you would like, of course. So, to the colors. The colors, the colors. What color are we reading tonight? What color, what color? You guys put in the chat. What color are we going with? Let's see how far we go back today. It's so important to continue. You know, it's so important for us to channel this energy and cleaning up the energy around us. You know, that's why I shake it up. You know, it cleans the debris around the body, the loose debris. So when you hear the shaking, you know, we're shaking up the energy, which is very important. Yellow. Go. Yes. Golden, golden girl. Golden girl. Shouts out to Stevie Wonder, man. Stevie Wonder is one of my favorite ever, man. I can still remember my dad listening to Stevie, and when I was just a little itty bitty boy, you know, and to see that he's made it this far and still giving us just golden bright light. Let me see. Yeah, I just wrote one in yellow the other day too, because I do stuff like that when I get a new pen or I haven't used a color in a while. Like my body would just like crave for it and go right to it. I could go to the notebook of the yellow. Let's see. Just wrote one. That's in yellow, but it's a very short one. Let's go with a little bit longer. Yellow. Ooh, baby. Oh, I like this one too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mystic Breeze. Mm. I'm a master key, fine-tuned and maintained. A honed and refined frequency, pure and better than before. I am in harmony. This principle of healing sound is a master transmuting energy. Tahuti, Ma'at, forever balancing, loving, writing divinity. So I listen to what is sacredly given to me and write it into me, giving gratitude, love, and honor daily. Medu Neter, Mother Nature. When I witnessed it forever. When I witnessed it, I witnessed it forever, made divine sense to me. So I listened patiently and practiced sedulously and write in colors. I write cursively. Phone. Yes, you gave us the yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow is that power energy center, right? Gotta love that. Thank you. You're the best, Mystic Breeze. Man, so honorable. So honorable. I know. When, I was, because I was talking about being in love just recently, and um, I was in a relationship for 8 years with someone that was 11 years older than me. And that was pretty much all my 20s and to my early 30s, right? And then, like, later on, in the last um, 5 years, I was with someone for 2.5 years, and and when we broke up, it was almost 2 years. It wasn't 2.5. But after I just didn't date anyone, I just honed my skills, just stayed to myself. I traveled around the world, and I healed myself. And so we were talking about this literally just recently. I'm not going to talk about when because, but, and I was saying, you can't climb a mountain with a broken hip. So being fully healed is a thing. You can do things clear, right? You don't have that pain. And so I took 2.5 years, almost 3 years, just being by myself, healing myself until I was ready to date again. And so I was just like, yeah. And then when I finally was ready, it happened. But there is the ability for us to be healed. We have to take that time and put in the work. Yeah. You know, I look at it as I have this analogy called the cookie jar. I'll share it right now. Much love. Thank you for listening. So, the cookie jar is a gem for everyone out there, especially I want my daughter to always know this too. You have a cookie jar. It's filled with cookies. And you say, when you're getting into a relationship, I'm going to give you my whole cookie jar, right? We're in this together. We're doing this together. And it's a cookie jar filled up to the top here. Now, as long as we are in the same boat and we're together and none of the rules that we have set in our relationship are broken, that's your cookie jar, right? And so they start eating out of the cookie jar. Now, something happens down the road, 10 years, whatever, and they violate the terms of having that cookie jar, right? So you say, I'm taking my cookie jar back. And you take it back. Now you have it. And now you go to someone else. And, oh yeah, I'm with that. Here, I'm giving you my cookie jar. And they start eating out of it. And then something happens, you have to take it back, right? This is what we do with relationships. Now, what's the problem with that? You're giving your all, right? You're giving them all your cookies. You didn't say, I'm going to give you a quarter of my cookies. You said, I'm giving you all of them. And they start eating them. Now, the one big problem is, this is pine cone talk. That cookie jar is now down to only a quarter left because you've been giving out all your cookies and you never replenish them. See? So when you take that cookie jar back, be your relationship with yourself, right? You have to replenish the cookie jar before you give it out again. Because yes, you're giving them your all, but there's not that many cookies left in there. So it's important to replenish and take that time after we've been in a relationship to just reacquaint, recalibrate ourselves. You know, that's how we continue to master our energy instead of getting stuck in a situation and putting ourselves in situations when we haven't even replenished all our cookies. So that's the relationship analogy with cookie jars that I thought of years ago, and it made sense. Oh, you see that? Awesome. Live from the light. Here we go. Let's do one more. I'll let you guys go. It's been a beautiful day. Happy Saturday. Love to all the poets. Love to all the artists. We did it. We did it. What about... This is an old notebook. Very old notebook. Okay, we'll do one more. Wow, this is a very old notebook. Shouts out to Simone. She's the one that got me this notebook. And it still has her writing right here. Simone Robinson now. She is married and she has a husband and son. Wow. And look, I wrote on here, this too is a moment. Wow. There's a couple other things I'm not going to say. It has my mom's email address and her address and another address on there. Wow. Ooh. Sheesh. What color should I go with? Should I even read from this notebook? This is so old. Let's not and say we did. Now I know. And knowing's half the battle. I used to love that when they would say that on G.I. Joe. I'll read a couple short ones I could, or an activated poem. I give myself like homework in these notebooks too. Because like in some of these notebooks, I'll actually go back in, I'll see a blank page and I'll write on it. Indigo. The red notebook. Oh, you said reddish. Oh, what's up, Mystic Freeze? Red, yeah, just as I pulled out the red notebook. Look at that. I told you we are dialed in. We we are clearly dialed in. Man, you know, and I thank you so much. And let me know what you think about coming on here. I know I wanna get to 500 subs, and then I can do even more, on here. Mm, okay. You said red, but I just want to because I pulled out a red one, but I have so many red ones. Yeah. See, that's a good one too. All right, here we go. Because I'm doing too much right now. That's a very old one, and they're all red. That's why it's like heart illumination. You did it! Thank you, thank you. I feel like you helped guide me to poems. Straight up. My mom, you guys, Mystic Breeze, you do it all the time. You like literally guide me into poems that I've been my spirit and soul is like, you should read that to the people. All right. It's called Heart Illumination. And you know it's deep when I write a title at the top because that's how I used to always write my poems. And I would write a title first and then write the poem. Heart illumination. Hard things break hard things. The human body has hard bone and cartilage. The skin or dermis burns at 130 degrees, the same heat that dehydrates trees. The hardest of bones turns to ash after 2000 degrees. Whenever I relax, looking at certain colors brings the mind to ease. In summer, it's always the hottest when the heat settles and there is no breeze. And the same breeze that we wish for in the heat, in the frigid cold, will make us freeze. Mm. When asking for something, it's always polite to say please, por favor. When we are balancing, we are always stabilizing from the core. Merci, I give thanks from my heart. In nature, you can always find life's art. Some cycles change slowly and some change instantly. When this happens, it comes ultimately from the heart. And with cycles, it's something you can chart. It's a path followed all the way back to the root of the spiral's end and beginning. This is when the cycle began, and this is when it ended. I know some cycles are hard to break. Hard things break hard things. They can never break me or you. All they can do is burn me or you. No matter what, our energy still grew life. Once you had a child, you helped to grow a new life. Giving love is the highest heart love. Hard love breaks hard love cycles. Poem. Highest heart love in the rain. Mystic breeze, we did it. 26, 26, 26. Tomorrow's 27. Yeah, you still heard that sacred geometry, right? That was cool. I named it Heart Illumination. Yeah, it's deep. Glad I got that one out. Thank you for guiding me. Check that out. I want y'all to have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being here. This is probably our longest one yet. And they just keep getting deep and deep, full of poetry. I want you to have a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much. That awesome. Yay, Mr. Breeze. Thank you for obliging to that. I think that'll be awesome, right? Highest heart, man. Y'all have a good evening. Peace.